If you think motorcycles are only for the young and wild, think again. Today we are diving into the world of comfort, where every ride feels smooth, every mile feels easy, and age is nothing but a number. These are the bikes that seniors absolutely love. Machines built for relaxation, low seats, and confidence on the road. From three-wheel stability to legendary cruisers, from maxi scooter luxury to touring sofas on wheels, this list has it all. Stick around because the last bike will surprise you more than any other. Claiming the spotlight at number 15, Piaggio MP3 500 HPE. When most riders think about scooters, they picture something tiny, lightweight, and best left for zipping around city streets. But the Piaggio MP3 500 HPE is a totally different animal. This machine is built to give you the comfort of a touring scooter with the stability of three wheels, making it one of the best options for senior riders who still want freedom on the road without the worry of balancing a heavy two-wheeler. The Piaggio MP3 uses a 530cc single-cylinder, four-stroke engine that makes around 44 horsepower. That's not going to blow away sport bikes, but it's more than enough power for cruising at highway speeds without straining. What really makes the MP3 special is that unique two wheels in front, one wheel in back design. Those dual front wheels tilt and lean just like a normal motorcycle, but they also add extra grip and security, especially on rough pavement or in wet weather. For a senior rider who values peace of mind, that's huge. Now for the numbers that matter to the wallet. A brand new Piaggio MP3 500 HPE goes for around $11,000, while used models can be found in good condition for $6,000 to $8,000. That's cheaper than most full-size touring bikes, and you're getting unique stability technology along with scooter practicality. For seniors who want comfort, storage, and the added security of three wheels, the Piaggio MP3 is an absolute winner. But what if you want something on the total opposite end? The simplest, lightest, most legendary two-wheeler ever built? Well, that brings us to a motorcycle that has been moving people for over 60 years. Powering through at number 14, Honda Super Cub C125. If there's one motorcycle in history that has earned the right to be called a legend, it's the Honda Super Cub. First released back in 1958, this little machine became the best-selling motor vehicle of all time. Why? Because it's the definition of simple, reliable, and comfortable transportation. For seniors today, the modern Honda Super Cub C125 carries on that same tradition with updated touches, but the soul remains the same. The Super Cub uses a 125cc, air-cooled, single-cylinder engine, making about 9 horsepower. On paper, that sounds laughably small, but here's the secret: it doesn't need more. This bike isn't about speed, it's about ease of use and bulletproof dependability. It cruises happily at city speeds and can even handle back roads without issue. The fuel economy is insane. Expect well over 100 miles per gallon, meaning you'll be filling up that tiny 1-gallon tank maybe once a week. What makes the Super Cub so great for seniors is its low weight and low seat height. At just 230 pounds, this is one of the lightest motorcycles you can buy. Combine that with a seat height of about 30 inches and a step-through frame, and you've got a machine that is extremely easy to mount, maneuver, and park. It's as stress-free as motorcycles get. Now the price. Brand new, the Honda Super Cub C125 sells for around $3,900. On the used market, you can easily find them for $2,000 to $3,000. And since it's a Honda, it'll run forever with just basic care. If you want a lightweight, charming, ultra-reliable motorcycle that proves simplicity never goes out of style, the Super Cub is unbeatable. But maybe you're looking for something a little bigger, with that classic American cruiser comfort and plenty of highway presence. In that case, there is something just for you. Holding strong at number 13, Royal Enfield Meteor 350. If there's a bike that screams pure simplicity and chill riding, it's the Royal Enfield Meteor 350. This isn't some over-engineered cruiser dripping in chrome and electronics. No, this is a straightforward, easygoing machine designed for people who just want to ride without drama. For seniors, it ticks a ton of boxes. Lightweight, low seat, affordable, and comfortable. Let's talk ergonomics. The seat height is just 29.7 inches, which means nearly anyone can flat-foot this bike. The seat is wide and well-cushioned. The handlebars sweep back into a natural position, and the forward-set foot pegs let you sit in a laid-back cruiser stance. That's a recipe for all-day comfort. Now the price is where the Meteor really shines. Brand new, it sells for around $4,900 in the US. On the used market, you can scoop one up for around $3,500, $100 to $4,000. That's cheaper than a lot of scooters, and you're getting a real cruiser motorcycle with genuine character. For seniors who want a low, light, and relaxed cruiser without the price tag of a Harley or Indian, the Meteor 350 is a smart choice. But what if you want something with a bit more versatility? A bike that can handle city commutes just as easily as a cross-state road trip? Sliding into number 12, Kawasaki Versys 650 LT. When you think of comfortable bikes for seniors, your mind probably goes straight to cruisers and tourers. But here's the truth. The Kawasaki Versys 650 LT is one of the most underrated comfort machines out there. It's light enough to be manageable, strong enough for long rides, and designed to soak up miles without beating you up. Under the tank, you've got a 649cc, parallel twin, liquid-cooled engine that cranks out around 67 horsepower and 44 pound-feet of torque. That's plenty of juice to cruise at 70 all day long, but it's delivered in a smooth, linear way that won't surprise or overwhelm. Seniors who want confidence without chaos will love this motor. At 497 pounds wet, it's not featherweight, but it's well-balanced. Kawasaki designed this bike with easy handling in mind, and it shows. The LT trim even comes with factory saddlebags, which makes it tour-ready right out of the box. A brand new Versys 650 LT goes for about $9,500. On the used market, you can find clean examples between $5,000 and $7,000. For a bike that can serve as both a commuter and a cross-country tourer, that's a lot of motorcycle for the money. Reliability? It's a Kawasaki. These motors are known to go well past 50,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance. Parts are cheap, service is easy, and it's one of the best do-it-all machines in the middleweight category. If you're still with us, well, we're just getting started. Kindly like this video and subscribe to our channel. You'll be glad you did. So, for seniors who want a bike that blends city practicality with highway comfort, the Versys 650 LT is a no-brainer. But maybe you're curious about a machine that takes that same comfort-driven approach, but dials it up to full-size touring luxury. Blazing ahead at number 11, Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT. This Suzuki is one of those bikes that proves comfort doesn't have to mean heavy, high-tech, or ridiculously expensive. This is an adventure tourer that actually makes sense for seniors who want an upright seating position, lighter weight than a big touring rig, and the ability to go just about anywhere without breaking a sweat. Let's talk specs, because they matter here. The 650 XT runs a parallel twin engine that makes around 70 horsepower, which is plenty for smooth highway cruising, but not so overwhelming that it feels intimidating. The seat height sits at just under 33 inches, which is manageable for many riders, and the overall weight is about 470 pounds. That balance between power and lightness is what makes the V-Strom such a confidence-inspiring machine. Price is another huge plus. A brand new Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT costs around $9,000, while used models can easily be found for $5,000 to $6,000. That makes it one of the best bargains in the midweight touring and adventure category. Seniors love it because it's affordable, practical, and doesn't feel like you're wrestling a beast every time you park it. In short, the Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT is for riders who want comfort, reliability, and a little bit of adventure sprinkled in. And here's the best part. If this feels just a bit too adventurous, wait until you see a motorcycle that brings relaxed style and effortless handling into the mix. Coming in at number 10, Yamaha V Star 650. For seniors who want a true cruiser without all the overcomplicated modern gadgets, the Yamaha V Star 650 is a classic that delivers everything you want in a relaxed, comfortable ride. This bike is not about speed or performance bragging rights. It is about low seat comfort, easy handling, and the timeless look of an American-style cruiser without the price tag of a Harley. At the heart of the V Star is a 649cc V-twin engine, which produces around 40 horsepower. That might sound modest on paper, but it's plenty for smooth, relaxed riding around town or on the open highway. The bike weighs about 504 pounds, which is lighter than most cruisers, making it very manageable for seniors who don't want to wrestle with a heavy machine. If you want comfort, classic cruiser looks, and a bike that will not drain your wallet, the V Star 650 is an outstanding choice. But if you're wondering how a modern touring machine balances comfort with practicality, they're a bike that shows how it's done. Time, 0.9 seconds. Number 9. Honda NT1100. When Honda designed the NT1100, they aimed for something smart, practical, and comfortable, without pushing riders into the heavyweight category of big touring bikes. The result is a tourer that seniors love because it delivers long-distance comfort with manageable weight and an approachable feel. Power comes from a 1087cc parallel twin engine, the same one used in the Africa Twin, tuned for smooth, broad power delivery. It produces around 100 horsepower, which is more than enough for effortless highway cruising and quick overtakes. Despite that performance, the engine remains friendly and controlled, making it suitable even for riders who don't want anything too aggressive. The NT1100 weighs about 524 pounds, much lighter than a Honda Goldwing, which tips the scales at over 800 pounds. That weight difference makes it far easier to maneuver, park, and handle in everyday riding. Fuel capacity is 5.4 gallons, good for well over 200 miles of range. Wind protection is excellent thanks to a large adjustable windshield and fairings that keep wind off the rider. It also comes with integrated hard saddlebags, so touring seniors don't need to spend extra on luggage. The NT1100 starts new at around $13,000, while lightly used models often go for $10,000 to $11,000. For the level of comfort, practicality, and Honda reliability you get, it's a bargain compared to heavier touring bikes. For seniors who want a bike that can take them across states in comfort without the bulk of a Goldwing, the NT1100 hits the sweet spot. Revving at number 8, BMW R1250 RT. When you talk about a bike that can eat miles without breaking a sweat, the BMW R1250 RT is always part of that conversation. This is the gold standard for comfort, refinement, and long-distance touring. At its heart is a 1,250cc boxer twin producing just around 130 horsepower with about 105 pound-feet of torque. What does that mean in real life? It means smooth, broad power delivery that feels less like an on-off switch and more like a strong, steady push forward. It means you can roll through mountain passes or glide along interstates without ever needing to wring it out. The electronics package is modern but not overwhelming. Cruise control, heated grips, and riding modes make life easy. The fuel tank holds just over 6 gallons, giving you real touring range. New, you're looking at around $24,000, but clean used examples hover in the $15,000 to $18,000 range. For what you get, the value is clear. It's a luxury touring bike without the bulk of something like a Goldwing. For seniors who want a bike that mixes old-world smoothness with modern comfort, the RT delivers. But what if you want a more laid-back cruiser style, something lighter, with a touch of American-inspired flavor? That's where the next bike rolls in. Coming in hot at number 7, Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic LT. This Kawasaki motorcycle is a different breed of comfort. While the BMW is about European precision, the Vulcan delivers pure cruiser relaxation. This is a mid-weight cruiser designed to give you that classic long and low ride without the pain of wrestling a heavy monster like a Harley touring bike. The heart of the Vulcan is a 900cc liquid-cooled V-twin, pumping out around 50 horsepower and just under 60 pound-feet of torque. It's not a speed demon, and it's not meant to be. Instead, it delivers a steady, relaxed pace that feels perfect for back roads, scenic highways, and weekend trips. Add in a plush seat, floorboards, swept-back handlebars, and a factory windshield, and you've got a bike that feels like it was made for comfort from day one. The LT package sweetens the deal, giving you saddlebags, a tall windshield, and passenger backrest right out of the box. Fuel capacity is just under 6 gallons, which means you're comfortably covering 200 miles per tank. New, the Vulcan 900 Classic LT sells for about $9,500, while used models can be found in the $5,000 to $7,000 range. What seniors love about this bike is how easy it is to handle. It looks like a big cruiser, but once you're on it, the balance and low seat make it feel approachable. It's a forever bike for those who want something classic, affordable, and reliable without breaking their backs or wallets. But while the Vulcan Classic LT nails that cruiser formula, what if you're craving something with more of an adventure spirit? a bike that mixes comfort with the ability to explore gravel roads and open trails. Securing the spot at number 6, Indian Springfield. The Indian Springfield is a motorcycle that blends classic American heritage with practical comfort, making it one of the best options for senior riders who want a bike that feels stable, easy, and timeless. This is not a flashy, high-strung machine built for young riders chasing adrenaline. Instead, the Springfield is all about confidence, low effort, and relaxed touring. At its heart, the Springfield carries the Thunderstroke 111 V-twin engine, delivering around 90 horsepower and a wave of torque that comes in low and smooth. This means you do not need to rev it hard, you do not need to fight the power delivery, and you do not need to constantly shift gears. It simply pulls strongly and effortlessly, making highway cruising feel like floating. The weight, around 840 pounds, may sound heavy, but the low seat height of about 26 inches ensures that most riders can plant their feet flat on the ground with complete stability. Comfort is where the Springfield shines. The plush seat, upright ergonomics, and relaxed footboards mean you can spend hours in the saddle without aches or fatigue. The large windshield blocks out wind buffeting, and the bike includes lockable hard saddlebags, making it perfect for longer rides or weekend trips. Despite its size, the Springfield is surprisingly easy to handle at low speeds, thanks to excellent balance and smooth steering. For senior riders, this motorcycle represents confidence and class. You do not need to wrestle with it. You do not need to feel intimidated. It is the type of bike that simply flows with you. New, the Indian Springfield costs around $23,000, but the used market offers deals closer to $15,000, making it attainable for riders who want a premium cruiser without breaking the bank. If you are looking for a motorcycle that gives you heritage, comfort, and a sense of pride every time you ride, the Springfield delivers. But for riders who prefer something lighter and even more approachable, there is another bike that has been winning over seniors everywhere. Roaring into number 5, Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 has become one of the most loved motorcycles among senior riders, and for good reason. This bike is light, simple, reliable, and incredibly approachable. While it was designed partly as a beginner motorcycle, it has proven to be a lifelong companion for riders who want something that feels low stress and fun without overwhelming them. Powered by a 471cc parallel twin engine, the Rebel produces around 45 horsepower. That may not sound like much compared to heavyweight cruisers, but it is exactly what makes the bike perfect for seniors. The power is smooth, friendly, and predictable, which means you will not be caught off guard. It cruises comfortably at highway speeds, yet it is equally at home weaving through city streets. One of the most important features for seniors is the low seat height, just about 27 inches. This makes it effortless to reach the ground, giving maximum confidence at stoplights and in parking lots. The Rebel weighs around 400 pounds, which is significantly lighter than most cruisers, so it never feels like a burden. Handling is nimble and easy, making it perfect for riders who want a relaxed experience without the stress of a massive machine. Comfort is built into the Rebel's design. The riding position is upright with slightly forward foot pegs, so you get a cruiser feel without locking your knees or straining your back. New, the Honda Rebel 500 costs about $6,700, while the US market offers clean examples for around $5,000. For many seniors, that makes it one of the most affordable, practical, and low-risk motorcycles you can buy. The Rebel proves that you do not need a giant engine or massive weight to enjoy motorcycling. What you really need is a bike that feels friendly, trustworthy, and fun every single time you ride. And for those who crave something a little bigger, with more touring comfort baked in, the next option might be exactly what you're looking for. Kicking up dust at number 4, Yamaha FJR1300. This type of Yamaha FJR is one of those bikes that proves age does not matter when engineering is done right. Introduced in the early 2000s, this machine quickly became a legend in the sport touring world. Why? Because it combines massive power, all-day comfort, and bulletproof reliability in a way that very few motorcycles have ever achieved. For seniors who still want a bike with a pulse-raising engine, but also a relaxed seating position, the FJR hits a sweet spot. This bike runs on a 1,298cc inline-4 engine, making about 140 horsepower and over 90 foot-pounds of torque. That means effortless highway speeds without even trying. You can cruise at 70 miles per hour all day, and the engine just hums, barely breaking a sweat. The weight sits around 640 pounds, but Yamaha designed the ergonomics so well that it feels balanced and easy to manage once you're rolling. For long-distance rides, the seat is plush, the windscreen is adjustable, and the ergonomic rider triangle keeps your back, arms, and legs from fatiguing. Seniors will appreciate the shaft drive, which means low maintenance, and the massive saddlebags, which swallow up luggage for weekend or even cross-country rides. On the used market, you can find clean FJRs for around $6,000 to $8,000, which is a steal considering these bikes easily last over 100,000 miles with just basic care. The Yamaha FJR1300 is for seniors who refuse to settle. It's for the rider who wants a motorcycle that can carve corners, eat up freeways, and still keep you comfortable. If you've ever wanted a bike that mixes speed and comfort in one beautiful package, this is it. We're almost at the top 3. Have you been enjoying the video so far? What bikes are you eyeing now? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Fueling the fire at number 3. Suzuki Burgman 650 Executive. This Suzuki Burgman Executive is the definition of effortless riding. While most riders imagine scooters as tiny city runabouts, the Burgman is on an entirely different level. This is a maxi scooter, which means it combines the comfort of a touring bike with the simplicity of a scooter. For seniors who want to keep riding but avoid heavy clutches and complicated gear shifting, the Burgman delivers pure freedom on 2 wheels. Powered by a 638cc parallel twin engine, the Burgman makes about 55 horsepower. That may not sound huge, but here's the truth. This scooter can easily cruise at 75 miles per hour all day long. The automatic transmission makes it as easy as twisting the throttle and going, no shifting, no clutch, no stress. At around 640 pounds, it may sound heavy, but the low center of gravity makes it stable and confidence-inspiring, even at low speeds. On the used market, you can find a Burgman 650 Executive for around $4,000 to $6,000, and most of them are still running beautifully. Suzuki built them tough, and they've been a favorite of older riders across the world for nearly 2 decades. The Suzuki Burgman 650 is the bike for seniors who want luxury, convenience, and comfort without complication. No clutch, no heavy shifting, no drama, just smooth, relaxed riding every single day. And while the Burgman gives you scooter luxury, the next bike on this list, the BMW R1250 RT, takes touring comfort to a level that feels almost automotive in refinement. Charging up to number 2, Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. When riders talk about the ultimate comfort machine, the conversation almost always ends with the Honda Goldwing Tour DCT. This is the bike that rewrote the rulebook on what a touring motorcycle could be. With its smooth 1,800cc 6-cylinder engine, the Goldwing doesn't just deliver power, it delivers effortless glide. Roll on the throttle and it feels like a private jet lifting off, quiet, smooth, and commanding. The real magic, though, is in the comfort. The seat is wide and plush, the ergonomics are engineered for long days without fatigue, and the dual-clutch transmission, DCT, means you don't even have to worry about shifting. Seniors especially appreciate that twist-and-go smoothness, letting them focus on the joy of the ride instead of clutch work. Add in features like generous luggage space, a windscreen that actually shields you from the blast, and suspension that soaks up the worst bumps, and you begin to understand why this bike is often described as a sofa on wheels. At around $19,500 new, the Goldwing Tour DCT isn't cheap, but it holds its value well. Used models often hover around $12,000 to $15,000, depending on mileage and condition, making it a long-term investment in riding happiness. For seniors who still crave big adventures, the Goldwing is less a motorcycle and more a trusted companion. And while it may feel like the peak of comfort, the truth is, there's another style of cruiser that delivers a completely different kind of relaxed joy, the machine that reigns supreme. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic. On the opposite side of the spectrum sits the Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic, a motorcycle that blends old-school American style with surprisingly comfortable ergonomics. Unlike the fully dressed Goldwing, the Heritage Classic keeps things more simple and traditional while still offering everything a senior rider might want for all-day comfort. The heart of this machine is the Milwaukee 8 107 or 114 V-twin, depending on the model year. It's not about screaming horsepower, it's about deep, soothing torque that pulls you along like a river current. The seat is low and wide, the bars fall naturally into your hands, and the floorboards let you stretch your legs into a relaxed position that's perfect for senior riders. Add detachable windshields and bags, and suddenly you've got a cruiser that can handle both weekend cruises and cross-state tours. New, the Heritage Classic usually starts around $21,000, but clean used examples can be found between $14,000 and $18,000. And unlike many bikes, a Harley is as much about the community and lifestyle as it is about the ride. For seniors, that sense of belonging, of pulling into a diner and instantly finding friends, is worth just as much as the smooth ride. The Heritage Classic proves that comfort doesn't have to be high-tech. Sometimes it's just a matter of classic design done right. But if you think this is the end of the line for senior comfort, wait until we step into the world of European touring luxury. And there you have it, 15 comfortable bikes that seniors absolutely love. Each one built to make every ride smooth, every mile easy, and every trip something you'll actually look forward to. If you found a bike here that you like, then don't just stop here. Hit that like button, subscribe for more bikes you'll actually want to ride, and click on the next video waiting for you right now. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up. I'll catch you there.